And the last candidate up we have today is Reh Chishti, who is a criminal barrister from Kent. Reh.
Conference, the policy which I wish to propose to you today looks at reforming our laws with regard to drinking and driving, with the aim of protecting the wider community. At present, the law states that the maximum sentence you can impose on anyone for drinking and driving is 1 or 6 months imprisonment, regardless of the fact it may be their first conviction or it may be their 10th conviction. I ask you to bear in mind that a staggering 16,400 people were injured on our roads as a result of people drinking and driving in 2004. What I propose is that for a third offence of drinking and driving, the case should be sent to the Crown Court, with the Crown Court having the power to impose up to 2 years imprisonment. This will send a clear message to those who drink and drive that if you cannot mend your ways through rehabilitation, that if you repeatedly defy the law, then be prepared to lose your liberty for up to 2 years. You will recall that earlier in the year, it was our party and our dynamic leader, David Cameron, who applied pressure on this government to increase the sentence for those who carry knives from 1 of 2 years to 4 years. Ask yourself this: what is the difference between those who carry knives and those who drink and drive? You may think that there is no difference, as it's only a matter of luck whether or not you are injured on the road. I ask you to bear in mind the words of our leader on Sunday. He said people have rights and people have responsibilities. Yes, in this instance, the wider community have a right to walk the streets, to drive on the streets, and they have a right not to fear for being injured by drink drivers. And equally, the drivers have a responsibility not to drink and drive and endanger the lives of the wider community. I ask you to support this motion, as it will deter people from drinking and driving. And if it does not deter them from drinking and driving, it will take them off our streets for up to 2 years and rehabilitate them in prison, and therefore make our streets a safer place for all. Thank you.
Thanks, Reh. Michael.
Reh, your proposal seems to me like a no-brainer, so purely some technical questions. How many additional places would we require in prison? How many people currently today do you think are on the roads who, because of these short sentences, shouldn't be on the roads and should be in prison?
Right, firstly, with regards to how many people are in prison who ought not to be in prison, if I can say, having spoken to the Shadow Chancellor the other day, he said if we need to build more prisons, we will build more prisons, and the money would come from scrapping the ID card system. And the point with regards to people going into prison, for far too long, our system has been in favour of the offender and not the victim. And we need to change that, so the rights of the victims come above and beyond the rights of the offender.
Have you any numbers?
Sorry?
Any numbers?
So can you ask the question again?
How many people currently only getting 6-month sentences out on the roads again would be affected by your proposal?
Out of 100%, I would say at the moment it's 20%. But that 20% is a significant figure, because they pose a danger to the wider community.
Thank you.
Anne, you had a question.
Your proposal, effectively, is only about repeat offenders.
Indeed.
Out of those 16,400 people who are either killed or injured on the roads as a result of drink driving,
yes,
many of them will be the victims of one-off offenders.
Yes.
Do you think you could make a significant difference to that number if instead of only addressing the repeat offenders, and I'm not against what you've said for one moment, you actually reduce the limits for drink driving for everybody?
You say at the moment, with regards to in breath, if you reduce the limit from 35, and with regards to blood, if you reduce the limit from 80. No, I don't think that's the case at all, actually, because I think the limits there at the moment are quite fair in terms of being able to have 2.5 glasses of wine when you go out. I think that's quite fair, and I think to change that would be wrong.
Rachel.
Why is this on the third occasion? Why not on the second?
Of course, it's a fair point, because with regards to the first occasion, it's a case where you'll be given community rehabilitation or a fine. Therefore, you can't say for the first time you're locking somebody up, who are given the chance to go in the community and who have rehabilitation. For the second offence, you'll be given a sentence of up to 6 months, and therefore you will serve 3 months. And if you come back to the court again for the third offence, then on that case it will go up to the Crown Court with a maximum sentence of up to 2 years. And what that will do, it would mean that not only will they have the punitive elements, they will have rehabilitation, because prisons at the moment don't work. And I'll tell you why they don't work with short sentences. At the moment, if you are given 4 months imprisonment, say at Maidstone Crown Court, Anne knows Maidstone Crown Court well, and you're sent down to Maidstone. Only on the basis it's in a constituency. But if you are...
in 135 prisons, then.
Absolutely. But if you're given 4 months at the Crown Court, what you will do actually is you'll do 2 months down at Maidstone Prison, then you'll do 2 months at Swell Prison. Therefore, there's no continuity of rehabilitation inside. Whereas with 2 years, you will have proper rehabilitation inside. So when you come back out, you can contribute positively to society.
Any further quick questions, Oliver?
Have you ever had a drink before you drove?
No, I haven't, because I'm teetotal, Oliver.
Excellent. Very good news.
Any more questions from the panel? No? Excellent. Thank you very much, Ray. Thank you.